Clidive 842 on the wreck of the Sagona in Port-Cros, France. This was part of Clidive's expedition to the south of France in October 2025. The Sagona is known locally as Le Grec, and it's sunk in the same minefield as the Donator, which lies nearby. Start off going down the mooring line in the bow section, passing through this school of common Seabreams, and making our way directly to the seabed, which lies at 47 meters. The bow is where the mine hit the wreck, so as you'll see in a second as I pivot round, there is the mine damage with the front of the wreck entirely collapsed. Making our way back towards the wreck, I think that may have been a sink there, but it's quite difficult to tell. And we moved up inside the wreckage. Here are some beams holding up the floor above, which we did a swim through of. But the next section here looked a bit tight, so we exited up out the skylight above us. Now on the deck, you see two more of the divers in our group there, as well as a large school of common Seabream. Moving around to get a better view of the fish here, past a lot of metal and pipes lying across the deck. We duck down onto the port side of the wreck, which is swept by current, so there's quite a lot of soft coral growth here. And looking down, you can see the coral all the way down to the seabed there. About midships now, we have the same school of Bream, and below them we have one of the winches, which is still in relatively good condition, as we focus down on it now. And then looking up to the school of Bream, got one of the lifeboat davits there poking up from the wreck. Then me and my buddy descended into the hall to have a look around. There wasn't very much to see inside this. If there was any cargo in the hold at the time, it's long since gone, and a fairly empty room down here. So we exited back up through the access port, and then continued to head towards the back of the wreck. Here we have a school of Cardinalfish, as well as Mediterranean Chromis. And we're now at the stern of the wreck. In a second you'll see us dropping over the side and down to see both the rudder and the propeller. This again is at 47 meters, so fairly deep. Got some more Bream around the propeller, which you can see in the center of shot here. Fully intact propeller remaining with all the blades left on it. Next to the propeller we saw a Dusky grouper, which was sat on the seabed. As we approached it, it sort of started to swim off, and just as I started to turn the camera away, it sort of scoots down onto the sand to wipe itself. Heading back along the propeller, we were sort of reaching the end of our planned dive time, so past that, getting some final looks at it here, and my buddy also getting some photos. See the wreck towering above us here, before ascending back to the stern, and then we ascended up the rear mooring line, which you can just see attached onto the wreck there. We spent about 20 minutes on the wreck, and because it sort of lay between 35-40 meters, we ended up with 19 minutes of deco to do on the line.